All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in on JW's radio, and it's Saturday morning, right? Little health update for me. Still sick, not feeling 100%, so I'm still trying to bear with it and just work way through it. There was quite a bit of you guys that actually wanted one of these. I posted it up on my last radio show, so that was really awesome to see that kind of support and that many of you that would actually want one. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I've got a few of them, and again, I want to touch on something right now, just because of the shipping issue. Got to be U.S. only, USA. Got to be within the 50 states, because it's going to. I just need to get it down to where I just can put a stamp on the envelope and send it off. Now, in the future, because I know I got a lot of you that watch that are maybe not in the U.S. Um, I will take care of you. Just give me some time. This is not the end of these. At some point, I would like to get some of them out to you. Don't worry about it. It's not going to be like a one-time thing. So as you continue, as a lot of you continue to support this channel, uh, and I appreciate it, and you continue to tune in every time. I will come up with more stuff like this to give away to you guys. And so right now, this is what I got going on for you, and just trying to get back and give back a little something to you guys. All right. So I got a number of them that I can get out to you guys. So go ahead and just send me a PM, and then that's if you go to the top of the page, go to the about section, and you will see the send me a message. And if you send a message there with your with the address that you would like me to mail this thing to you at, I will go ahead and do so. Like I said, I've got a few of them, so I'll mail out as many as I can get done. If you don't receive one, um, I will eventually get them to you, as long as I still got your mailing address there in the personal messages to me. So don't worry, and I will get back to the ones that I did get to mail out. So again, there you go. All right, let's get on with the show. uh, we're gonna talk about the start and the addiction for me of these crazy things called the 1911 pistol. I I remember I was got into these things. I was I had a Beretta, and I had a Glock 17 before I even picked up one of these babies. And I remember talking to a friend of mine, and he said, you're gonna want you should get a 1911, and it's gonna be something you're gonna absolutely love, and it won't be the last one you ever buy. And let me tell you something, those were words of wisdom, because that is so very true. Is I've purchased quite a few of these things, and I've sold them off as time has gone. They've come and gone from my collection. So I remember early on, the one thing that would bother me was that I didn't own a Colt 1911. There was just something about the Colt that really just stands out. It's just, it's kind of like it's just the granddaddy of them all. They're the company that made them, that John Browning sold the patents to, and they're the ones that made it for the war and all that. So there's something really special about the 1911 in general and the name Colt. So this right here is the Colt government model. This is one of the first Colts I bought. The first one, believe it or not, is a authentic World War II, or I'm sorry, a World War One Colt 1911. That's the real deal. It's been on the channel a few times. Busted it out sometimes during a special date or day, like March 29th. But this was the second one I bought, and absolutely love it. This is one of my favorite Colts right here, aside from the World War One reproduction one that I got. If I had to only live with one, I must say it would probably be this one or that World War One reproduction gun. It would have to be something in this configuration. I am not the guy that is a big fan of the high ride beaver tail and all the fancy upgrades that they've done to these things. I'm This is it. This is what does it for me. This is the classic look. This one's got even the medallions and everything. I put the arched mainspring housing on mine, and because I'm kind of weird because I like the arched mainspring housing. I don't know why, but the way it fits my hand, I really like it. Uh, Series 80, some people cringe at that. Some people are like, oh, the Series 80. I remember hearing that a lot when I was getting into them, and I didn't really quite know what that meant. But it doesn't bother me too much. And to be honest with you, this one here, even though it's a Series 80, the trigger seems to be crisp enough for me. I'm accurate enough with this pistol. When I get this in my hands, loaded up with some amazing, awesome 45 ACP 230 grain hardball ammunition, and start sending it down to the steel plates, I feel confident with it. I know that this gun is very accurate and it's a smooth shooter. So I love it. Love this thing. I love it so much I even had to get one of these cases for it. It's got some hair and stuff on it, but one of these Colt cases from Colt themselves. Look at that. Yeah, you know you're a Colt fanboy when you have stuff like that. I think I have a video on that. I might be wrong. So anyway, beautiful polished slide and everything. So this was definitely something that I had to get. And now it's weird because I feel like I'm talking about like myself, like where I feel like, well, back in the day kind of a thing, where, but I feel silly about it because it really, to me, wasn't that long ago. I probably had this thing 5 or 6 years or so. Um, and it's weird because back when I was buying these, the prices were not like what they are now, which is crazy. They were kind of lower, but I mean, for me at the time when I was buying them, they didn't seem low. But now looking back, they seem low, and I should have bought more of them. But you know, so, but this is a really neat one. This is it's got some upgrades enough to where, it's better. And 3-dot sights. Christmas is on the rise. I can't believe it. Christmas is already Monday. So, uh, anyhow, so again, like I appreciate everybody that's watching the JW's radio and subscribing to the channel. Also, I've been posting some stuff on Patreon, and I really thank the ones that have gone over there and um, you know supported me on there. I really appreciate that. That's amazing. But anyway, like I said, as a token to my appreciation for a lot of you guys following me for all the years that you have, maybe some of you are new subscribers and you just kind of tuned into this and you're kind of going, whoa, what is this video all about? If you've even made it this far into the video, this is the Saturday morning just kind of chat thing that I do, and it changes from time to time. It's not always this format where you're just kind of looking at a desk with a well, I mean, you're looking at a beautiful piece of wood and steel right here. Um, it. I always try to basically I wanted to add a little bit more relation to you guys as subscribers and gals. And the channel. So that's what it's really about. And getting free stuff like this as a thank you for supporting constantly, your undying support. So really appreciate that. Okay. And then of course, the latest and greatest. The Inland 1911. Oh, the Inland. Oh boy, I did a few videos on this when I got it. You guys have been following those videos and some of the things I did to it and to get it in this state. This is a World War II copy, 1911, and it's one of the decent ones. Colt actually makes one, a reproduction of the World War II one. I swear, if I ever see it and it's a decent price, I will probably snag it up. That is if I have the money for it. Um, but they're kind of pricey, and honestly, they when they get to the point where you're paying just as much for the reproduction as you would for the authentic original, it kind of gets a little silly. So right now, this is one of the offerings out there. And so if you've been following that, one of the things that I greatly criticized Inland about was, and I'm just being real with you guys, I don't like to bash any company or talk bad about a company or go out of my way to talk bad about a company, but I will say, because I fondled the Inland before I bought it, um, I fondled it, looked at photos, looked at videos, and it was this beautiful color that you see here. Well, when I got mine, it was not. it was, it was, it was that color. It was just flat Barcarized black. So I kind of was like, So my conversation with them, again, I'm not trying to rehash this or anything like that, but my conversation with them is not exactly satisfactory. Here it is, much later down the line, they never did get back to me. So a little update on that. They never did get back to me. They sent the gun to me with dogged up screws, or sent the gun to the gun shop that I special ordered it from with dogged up screws. Doesn't bother me that much. Some people it would bother, but this particular one, I'm going for the worn battle look. So I kind of wanted to intentionally kind of get a little scratched up and a little beat up. I'm not going to go throw the thing on the ground or anything, but I do kind of don't mind if it gets scratched up because it'll add to its character. And you would probably ask why you would buy the Inland or pay for the Inland. It's really all about these roll marks. They're pretty close to the Colt roll marks, the patent dates. And then they added their Inland. They added the 1911 A1 government stamp right there. I wish they would have put the property stamp on it, but they didn't. So anyway, there's some other things I did on this gun on the Patreon channel too. I'll be doing probably some extended things on it, on what I've done and why I did it to this gun on the Patreon channel. But I didn't really want to rehash too much of it here on the YouTube channel because I kind of already did it. So anyway, yes, I have a 1911 addiction. Those of us that have 1911s, I guess you know what I'm talking about. Those of you that are looking to get a 1911, yeah, I'll warn you now, it won't be your last one. Anyway, I'm gonna get out of here. Cut this one short, like I said. A little, like my health. I've been down sick. I've never been this sick in my life for this long. I still don't feel 100%. Been coughing like a madman. Can't seem to shake this thing, and it just keeps like every time I turn around, it seems to keep coming back at me. So I'm gonna just kind of get some rest and hopefully kick it and get rid of it. Again, thank you guys for watching and subscribing, supporting. Don't forget to send me your mailing address so I can get one of these things out to you.